Hello and welcome to live day 2 coverage of the 24th HITE JINRO Championship, played once again here at beautiful Blue Heron Golf Club, the final major championship of the 2024 season. Got underway yesterday with only 6 players breaking par. Here was one of them, Hwang Yo-min, who's made some great progress today. 3 under on her scorecard, within one of Park Do-young, who's also playing very steadily. Tee shot here at the 11th. Good solid one right to the heart of the green for Hwang Yo-min. Hong Jung-min, former Doosan match play champion on the KLPGA Tour. He's had a bit of a difficult season, Hong Jung-min, but that's a nice birdie, moving her back to 7 over par. Brutal scoring conditions here at Blue Heron means the projected cut right now, as things stand, sitting at 10 over par. And one of the players on the outside looking in, the defending champion, Lee Ye-won, who chopped around in 80 today without a birdie on her scorecard. So the defending champion looking likely to miss out on weekend action here at Blue Heron. Kim Min-sun 7. She's been on the struggle bus as well, but that takes a nice fortuitous kick out of the fringe. 71 yesterday for Kim Min-sun 7, but 6 over par through 10 today. Headed in the wrong direction. Whoever that was behind the tree on the 12th sounded like good crisp contact, and the amount of spin that Choi Min-kyung got there, really nicely done for Choi. Even par today, 3 birdies against 3 bogeys for her. Back to Park Hyun-kyung. 3 wins this season for Cutiful. Just bunkered short of the green there at the par 3. Titles on her resume, both coming at the KLPGA Championship. Runner-up to Park Min-ji a couple years back in an epic duel at Rainbow Hills for the Korean Women's Open, but this is the one championship she's never recorded a top 3 finish in. The HITE JINRO. Blue Heron's just been a stern examination through the years of the KLPGA Tour. Now, Park Ju-young, 240 starts before she finally won on the KLPGA Tour last season at the Daibo House D Open. Just became a mom as well, the 34-year-old. Tee shot here at 12. Really got to try and rip this one around that corner from right to left. Park Min-ji, former champion here. Par 72 yesterday for her. This one heading off right. It takes a nice soft bounce, thankfully, stays out of the shrubbery to the starboard side of this fairway. It's the 1 win this season, but that was her 4th straight Celtrion Queen's title. Lee Seung-yeon playing with Hwang Yo-min and Park Hyun-kyung. This is a birdie putt for Seung-yeon. to 13 we go, and a birdie opportunity for Kim So-yun too. Yes, well done. Himself just outside the top 10. This looks like Park Ji-young. Oh no, that's Choi Yeon-woo. Quick one for birdie at 11. Really nicely played shot for Choi Min-kyung on 13. Will it yield a birdie? Just a hair of right to left in this for Choi. Okay, little bonus there, well done. Birdie there takes her into a share of 6th with the likes of Park Ju-young and Park Min-ji. Jin-young, great tee shot into 11, one of the best we've seen all week on this par 3. Slot that one in for a birdie too, well done. Stops the rot of bogeys. A very welcome circle on the card. Ji-young chipped in for birdie on her final hole yesterday. Took a big swipe at that. It was really the only option, the aerial route. Lin, one of the players battling to make the cut. Just a tee shot on the 13th, had to reload off the tee. Now playing 4, perched on the cut line at 10 over as things stand. Sung-yeon for her part at the 11th. On a layout like this, year in, year out, always such a formidable test. One of the hardest on the calendar, these ladies in the KLPGA Tour. It's been quite the old traffic jam. The players waiting back on 11T. Looks like your final group ready to set off shortly. There's the lady who leads, Park Do-young. Players are getting called up here. So the group of Hwang Yo-min, Park Hyun-kyung. They're still working things out here, and is Hyun-kyung just checking to see if this ball's embedded, perhaps? Very luscious rough. Blue herons are tough to work out if your balls are better or not. The key determining factor is, does it break ground? Is there mud on the back of it? broken ground, it is deemed to have plugged, and you can get a free relief. If not, well, that's just tough luck. It does feel a little extreme. I know it's a major championship and you want a really tough test, but you catch a bad lie here, you get that club tangled up, you could gosh darn injure yourself quite easily. Doesn't look like relief's been given, and just the fact that she was inquiring about getting a free drop tells you how heavy this lie is. I mean, she only has to advance this ball about 3-4 feet in front of her. Everything kicks down towards the hole when she gets it onto that fringe. It's not a shot you get to practice all too often, certainly not out of thick rough like this. Catch too much ball, if you're sailing over the other side of the green, you get too cute with it, that ball could stay in the cabbage. Pretty well done, all things considered, from Hyun Kyung. Of course, it gives you a sense of if her tee shot carries another 3 yards, how much better it could have been. Nobody ever said this game was fair. Young, like Hwang Yo-min, not a bogey on the card today. Doing some really nice golf. One of the reasons why she's top of the leaderboard, look at that. Leading the field in greens and regulation so far. That one down as another green in regulation. Sensible play there. Trying to use the slopes to work that one down towards the hole location. Park Ji-young to save a par at the 12th. Really well done. Valuable par save to keep Park Ji-young in a share of 6th. At the end of the week would have been considered one of the hot favourites for the title, Yun Ina. Even par for her round today. Jump up to the two-time winner of the Haiwan Resort Ladies Open, Han Jin-seon. Second on the 14th, pin at the front of the green today, just 11 from the front edge. Pretty narrow little section. Found with delicate touch from Han Jin-seon. for par for her round. Kinman Bill, no birdies yet for her, but she'll have a chance there at the par 3 11th. Thick lie for Park Min-ji, coming from that right side of the 12th. I think there's an option to chase it up through the front, but there's some pretty thick rough short as well. Oh, but gets a pretty friendly little kick, and that is actually a pretty good break for Park Min-ji. In the fringe, relatively straightforward up and down, but again, not much to say for it. 6 players under par at the end of day one, just 3 players under par right now. No change at the top of the board, still Park Do-young with the lead. So Hwang Yo-min, an opportunity to tie the lead with your leader standing right there watching it. Good effort, but these greens are lightning quick. Barely got that started, still trickled by a good 3.5 feet. Minji after that good break. Bit of a clumsy chip there from 2021 champion. Hyun Kyung for par. Effort, but ultimately it's a pretty steep price for being just slightly off the mark with her tee shot. Back to 12, and Ro Seung-hui trying to get herself into red figures, the Korean Women's Open champion. 3 birdies in a row to this point after being 3 over through her first 7. Oof. Birdies, unfortunately, it comes to a grinding halt there. These will test you. You can have a lot of putts of this leg this week. To the task there. Second on the way into 13. Very clever shot there. Those greens really starting to firm up. Minji, a scrambling par save at 12. Grabs a piece, but just spins out. Park Ji-young, after that great save at 12, is on the fairway here at the par 4 13. Second shot now going to be coming uphill to that little left hole location. You saw from Choi Ka-bin, he pitched it on that front third. You should expect some release. Tossed out an anchor very quickly. Good shot. Nice strike on that from Park Ji-young. That birdie putt just wandered by a little further than she would have liked for par. Oh dear. Lost it right off the face, and those are the opportunities you can ill afford to squander. Kim Min Byul for birdie. It's going to come downhill and just creep a little from her right. Seen from that section of the green has underread that, and Bill's still got a good 10 feet coming back for par. It's not easy out there, Blue Heron. Cannot state that enough. Sim-yeon. All the way back on the 12th. Looks like she's got some kind of hybrid driving iron. And 60 left uphill. See if Ina can read the right amount of break into this one. Almost impossible to leave this putt short from the middle of the green. Fantastic putt for you, Ina. Claws a shot closer to Park Do Young. He's had such good tempo, Park Do Young, throughout her career on tour. Park Do Young, can she capitalise? No, she can't. Misread there, was nowhere near it. With good pace, it's just a tap in for par. Stay there, stay there. Yeah, so important to be finding these narrow fairways. Such a difficult test. You see players come off the golf course at the end of the day and they are just drained. Understandably so. Do Young to get to 3 under for her round. Good birdie there for Choi Kar-bin. Well played hole, takes her to 3 over. Kyung really got to thread the left-hand side. Has she overdone it though? There's a look of concern. Well, she'll keep it out of the bushes, but she'll be playing a second out of that cabbage. Putt for Kim Min Byul to 1 over par now. Lady who's yet to win on the KLPGA Tour, but has come close a number of times. Stay 1 clear. Do Young for par. again, so dropping out sideways suddenly from the first cut. Should be able to get enough club on this ball. Young, lengthy one for birdie at 12. Snake down the hill, should start to come back a little right. Easy, easy. ENG, he was spun after that little misstep at 12, playing into this setting sun. All over the flagstick. She'll be delighted when she gets up to the green. That was a few moments ago. Now live with Park Ju-young. It's steep into the ball. Very helpful trying to create spin from shorter shots. That has to be a one hop and stop. Pretty good. Give yourself a chance, and really that's all you can ask for.
빨리 지나가세요. 앞에 멈추지 거기는. 자, 멈추세요. 멈추세요.
Kyung, can she get it up to the front edge, or is this just a layup? I say body language indicates the lie was too bad, and that's just a layup.
저기 앞에 가 있어. 저기 앞에. 들어오지 마시고 좀 뒤로 물러나오세요.
Stick still out for the players on the green, so waiting to be done for these ladies. It's taken them quite a while to get to this point, so while they survey their second shots, why don't we show you what they face here on the 12th. Final group of the day will have to sling their tee shots around this corner, avoid that fairway bunker, but if you can turn it about 30 yards right to left and find this fairway, you're going to be left with a short iron, maybe even a wedge into this elevated green. But that's the key operative word here, elevated. You've got that rough short, so you can't bounce the ball up under the green. Several sections that have to be negotiated. Pin today on that front left portion, just past the false front. 9 for the front edge and 8 from the left. Ceases to amaze me the rather apocalyptic pace of play that these players are forced to endure. Mind you, this final group teed off at, get me the exact time, it was 11:17 local time here in South Korea. It is 4:07 right now, and they haven't even teed off on the 12th, so that is almost 5 hours to play 11 holes, and I don't care what kind of prize money you're playing for, that is simply inexcusable. So it doesn't help when you're not playing well, like Kim Min Sun's 7 is, back at 6 over par now. Oh, look at this beautiful putt there from Ro Seung-hui. Well, golf's a silly old game. You 3-putt from 8 feet, and then you make an unexpected one from about 25. So she gets back to even par. Yeomin wasting little time here. Second shot already on the way. That's just not quite made it up the false front, but it'll stay in that fringe. Hyun Kyung just had to lay up with her second, so now with her third shot, just important, as Hwang Yo-min's approach just demonstrated, must get it at least 5 paces onto the green, or it's going to come zipping off that false front. Stunning shot, very well played. Ina saw her do this yesterday, going with that hybrid. Using a much wider landing area, don't have to turn it over so much as you would with a driver. Stay. That camera angle, not the best if we're being honest. Can't tell if that one stayed in the short stuff, but should be fine for Yumina. Championship leader leaning like this one could be a little wayward, but no, had us fooled. That's fine. Albeit a long way back for Park Do-young. Park Do-young can't escape. Drops a shot there after a poor tee shot. Oh, looks like she's got a 3-wood. She's gonna take it over that left trap. Got some speed, Min Byul. Just peeling off right. If she's corner off the heel, it might take some yardage off it, and it should be okay, but oh, into the thick stuff goes last year's Rookie of the Year. G for a bounce back birdie after that lovely shot into the 13th. Just that one wide, Park. Winningest player on the KLPGA Tour in the last decade, 19 titles. A bunch of majors as well for Park Min-ji. pretty slow one for Hwang Yo-min as she works up that little slope. Once it gets on the green, should just straighten up. Maybe shimmy a touch right. She approaches the hole. 30 feet here for Hwang Yo-min. Not quite sure why we've suddenly decided to show you the 16th green, but it's always good to see players repairing their pitch marks. Been a bit of a weird day here at Blue Heron, but we'll soldier on, as Park Do-young will hope to do the same. Soldiering on, leading by 1 at 5 under par, bogey free on the day. A lady who's never won before, she leads this major championship. Kim Min-sun 7. Gets shot into the green here. Chance to recover a stroke. Starting the day 1 under par, but 7 over for her round. Thinking about the championship lead coming into today's second round, but all of a sudden, some poor golf, you've got your eyes backwards looking at that cut line. She's at 10 over par at the moment. This one maybe just wants to teeter a touch right for Kim Min-sun 7. Obviously, before we had some technical difficulties, this was Hwang Yo-min's birdie putt from the front of the green. It was a pretty good one. It was a brilliant one. Birdie there. It's parity at the top of the leaderboard. 4 under for her round is Hwang Yo-min. To a tie at the top with Park Do-young, who had a front row seat watching that back in the fairway. Just in for Kim Min-sun 7. Stays 6 over. Ina's tee shot. Straight all the way into that secondary cut of rough. Out of the step cut. Still just got to be wary with this, but as you can see from that camera angle, through the back of the green, so much room past the flag here. Absolutely no need to try and be a hero. Carried on the crest of that false front. Just give yourself a putt, albeit a quick one from past the flag. 71 left. There should be some kind of 5-iron for Ina. Do Young leaning, trying to get that one to turn over. It's not going to, but again, it's not a terrible spot to miss it, I suppose. As long as that lie's half decent, she should be fine. Bill won't have a lot of club in. An aggressive line off the tee, but she's really going to have to gouge this one hard from 142. You could see the club slow down as it got through the rough. It's juicy cabbage off the sides of the fairways here at Blue Heron. Such a stern test, such a stern ball striking test. The best on the KLPGA Tour. So up to 13, and our new co-leader, Hwang Yo-min, she's staying aggressive, going with driver, got to sling it round the dog leg. Very similar looking hole to 12, but there's a tree in that bunker on the left-hand side, which can wreak havoc sometimes. Keeping keen out on this one. Stay. That is excellent for Hwang Yo-min. Certainly swinging with a boatload of confidence, the 22-year-old. Park Hyun-kyung also going with driver. Doesn't quite have the speed of Hwang Yo-min, but he put a lot of work in 18 months ago trying to pick up some distance. So two tied at 5 under par. Park Do-young has been joined by Hwang Yo-min, who's 4 under par and bogey free for today's second round at the HITE JINRO Championship. Park Ji-young gave us a masterclass of how to tackle this particular shot about half an hour ago. Wide open club face, low hands, big old slash. It's even better from Yoon Ina. Wonderful shot. Going with 3-wood here. The 14th. Just under 350 meters, 380 yards. And fairways and greens and just a couple of putts in between. That's the mantra for the day. Run, sort of a mid-flight chaser for Park Do-young. It's well played, but that is a real nasty one. She's left herself quick down the slope and a good amount of right to left in it. Young, long par putt coming up here at 13. Off the left. Just about speed this putt. Very quick from the back portion of the green. Right to left for the most part. Straightens up and tries to go a little bit back to the right. Right around the hole. This one, tell you what, a very nice line. Should start to go right there. Not bad. Not bad at all from there. Choi Kap in just from the front fringe of 14. Uphill right to lefter for a birdie.
Oh.
Just a big momentum putt here. Youngman's just birdied the 12th. This is Park Do-young to avoid a two-shot swing. Curiously, that one's gone from left to right. That was a bit of a strange one. So, the lead is flip-flopped. It's Do-young who's now the chaser of the red-hot Hwang Yo-min. Solid play, Park In-kyo. 5 feet right of that flag. Don't even bring the short side into the equation as we go back to Yoon Ina for her par. So having the luxury of being underneath the hole, keep it inside edge and just hit it with speed. Really nicely hole putts since we came on air. At birdie at 11 and now a good saving putt for par at 12. Not sure if she knows it, but Hwang Yo-min leads the HITE JINRO Championship. She's not shying away from the target at all. What a beautiful iron shot. Kim Min-byul. Similar looking putt to Inez, just right half with speed. Good two putt. Kim Min-byul. To Wyatt in the Jeju Samdasu Masters a few months ago for her second KLPGA Tour title. It's her first ever appearance at the HITE JINRO. Too young for bogey. Thank you. 25 feet for birdie on 13, so it moves across a hill more than up or down it. The break there is should be coming right to left here. Just a little bit too speedy there. Whoa. Don't leave yourself too many of those putts this week. They will certainly put grey hairs on your head. Really, statistically, one of the best putters on tour. As we go back to one of the best drivers, Yun Ina with the honour on the 13th tee. Hui, after that very nice birdie back at 13, second shot to 14 this season. These are the clubs she's really been leaning on. It's been deadly with her iron play. Green light flag now after finding the fairway. Starting right, not turning back. Maybe caught that one off the ball of groove. I apologise, Young Hui. I think I put the commentator's curse on you there. to stretch the lead to 2.
One more.
One more. No. Seen some violent lip outs for her this week. It's only been 2 days. Solid par. After a young driver driver here on 13. This is pretty aggressive. Really got to make sure you release that right hand, try and get this ball turning from right to left. Easy to run through the fairway, just 200 meters to do so.
저게 나가면 어쩔 수 없지 뭐.
Center cut. Good stroke there. Unlucky to not get a little bit more run out from that rough, but she'll happily take that result. Setting sun, talked about it earlier. You tend to spin out sometimes. So leave that club face open. It's a real psychological thing. Got through that nicely. Is it turning over too much? No, it's just the right amount for Park To-young. Great response after a bit of a shaky bogey at 12. Seong-hui landing this on a downslope, so should be able to get this to scuttle on without any difficulty. Wedge for Ina. Just burrowed itself into the base of that rough. Quick putting through some shadows here. Tough to pick out a line. Deserved more than that. It was a really good stroke. Tugging that as well, but unlike Ina, she'll keep it on the putting surface, but for how long? Should come to rest there. It's okay. Certainly for her par. Just a shortish one. Back on 12 and around this range. Again. Seems to have a little bias with the short ones. Seems to just hang that putter face open. And that impact. Two tiny misses already from the champion at Rainbow Hills. Inside of 6 feet. Seung-yeon still in the 14th fairway, getting ready to play her second shot. 7-9 here from 131, playing closer to 140 with the raised putting surface. Choi and-woo, excuse me, in the shadows at 14. That sounded a little bit clunky. Just comes up short. Shot some great touch back at 12. He's going to have to call it again here from the thick lie at 13, Yunina. It's going to be a bit uncomfortable for Yun. Jin-young, right rough, got to play for some run on this once it hits the green.
거기서 옮겨도 돼. 우측으로
It's going to be coming through quite a number of shadows, and just to complicate matters more, it's going to be uphill for about 2/3 the way. That just tips over a little mound right around where Ina's marker is, which is going to help it gather pace, and then it might want to go to her left from there. By no means is this a straightforward two-putt for Kim. So just trying to get it to die, maybe 6 inches past Ina's marker. Have it miss her coin on the right. Just let it tumble on out from there.
여기까지 오르막, 나머지는 평지, 그냥 끝에서만 살짝 있으면 내리막.
lower than Nimbyol or myself envisaged. Going with the hybrid. Sensible club choice off this 14th tee. What she has to do right now, just not putting herself under any pressure. Fairways and greens for Hwang Yoo-min. Fabulous bounce back birdie for Park Do-young. It tried to get away, but pours it in. That's a champion's response right there. Draws back level with Hwang Yoo-min. 5 under par. At the signature 16th. It's a little bit further back than it was yesterday, so 5 iron for Choi. A little anxious, but that should stay on dry land. Back of 14 here. It's so hard to judge line and pace from that distance. She scramble away with another par here at the 13th. Just a bit of a testy one. That putter, tell you what, without hopefully jinxing it, has been really solid when she's called upon it this season on tour. Not this time. Just can't put yourself in those situations all the time and expect to emerge unscathed. Ina finally catches up with her, back to even for her round. Still 2 under for the tournament. And 3 of your co-leaders. Move a little from right to left for Choi and Woo at the 14th. Wonderful birdie there for Choi. It's been a long afternoon here at Blue Heron. 3 players remaining under par. Park Do-young and Hwang Yoo-min leading the way at 5 under. Wiggly one for Lee Seung-yeon. Straight in. Birdie there takes her to 4 over. Hasn't had one since the 3rd, so that's a welcome sight for Lee Seung-yeon. Now Kim Min-byul for her par. Back at 13. Oh. Didn't see that one coming for Kim Min-byul. 3 putt. Putt on 11 and another at 13. Back up to 16. Looks like Kim Jae-hee, Women's Open champion. Got a 6-iron here. Can't pitch this in the middle of the green. Should expect this to release on a little. Great tee shot there. Really good for Jae-hee. Breakthrough KLPGA Tour title on her birthday this year. What a special afternoon in the Lion City that was for Kim Jae-hee. Kill. Flirting with the tree line here at the 14th. And, well, conjuring up a bit of wizardry there. Wonderful shot from Park Hyun-kyo. The home hole. Woo Seung-hui. The driver here demanding 15th. And the old kicks from left to right. Good tee shot there. Get a little extra run on it as well. Yeomin laid back with a hybrid off the tee. Seen this green be pretty receptive today. Just carry it past where the shadows are on the green. Should come to a stop fairly quickly. There's been some hugely impressive display of ball striking golf throughout the day from Wang Yo-min. Another birdie incoming as we go back to the 16th. Chip shot here for Min-kyo, is it? Just through the back left edge. Gutsy birdie there after the drop shot at 12. Park Do-young, quick snatch of the tee. Seems to be pleased with that one, and rightfully so. Kim Jae-hee, excellent birdie opportunity. 16. advantage. Stays 4 over. Either it's got that hybrid, fairly sort of shapes from right to left. Trying to find the target. Coming in with short iron. Just got to keep it on that fairway.
오, 나이스.
맞아.
And the old pretty solid tee to green. It's just that bulky putter that's been letting her down since we made the turn. At 14, Park Hyun-kyung. Interesting decision to leave the flagstick in from this range. We do that. It's just that little movement. Players aren't picking up. Short of the pin on 14. Maybe just a little frustration from Kim Min Byul there. Long afternoon here at Blue Heron, but for Hwang Hyo-min, she's hoping this day never ends, as this is for a 5th birdie of the 2nd round. This would move her to 6 under for the championship, 5 under for the day. Brilliant for Hwang Hyo-min. She now leads by 1. Min Byul with her little draw. Just left edge of that TV tower is the ideal start line. That natural shape. Turn this one back towards the flagstick. Beautiful stuff. There's more like it. Kim Min Byul. Will the putter start to behave? The KLPGA Tour sophomore. Now, Roh Seung-hui off a slight downslope into this 15. Flag smack in the middle of that front third of the green, just 18 paces on from the front. Expect this one to be some kind of flighted little cut. So, yeah, seen Hwang Hyo-min birdie up ahead. She got another response in her locker, I wonder. Just a little out wide. Still fine. Just with a 9-9 from 123, take something off it. Just a little too much off it. Still at 2 over par. We've got a 6 iron into 15. Possible to get it close to this whole location. Just doing the prudent thing. Give myself that little extra room for error for a decent shot, good distance control. Park Min-ji. Had her health challenges over the last couple of seasons, but when she is healthy, she is dangerous. Shortage of wins in the career of Park Min-ji. To 16 we go, and first look of the day at Lee Joo-nee. He's currently at 4 over par for the championship, and a chance to get herself to 3 over this uphill left to righter for birdie. Look at this. Ooh, try. Just half an inch off the edge of the green is Ina here, but should roll fairly smoothly coming uphill. Maybe just twiddles a little right. Last 5 or 6 feet. Too much there. Never moved more than maybe an inch or two. Shot in the arm for Park Min-ji if she can find a birdie. One of the hardest holes at the golf course. Nope, just a little wide. Young, third shot here into 17. We knew what happened to her tee shot in her second, but up and down here would be very helpful. And I'll tell you what, I think she's going to get it. That is a super shot from Choi Min Kyung. They're up this year at the Blue Canyon Phuket Championship in Thailand back in March. Turn to the signature 16th. For a birdie putt from to left. Hit it, Sabine. Oh, that would have made the journey up 17-18 so much easier. Projected cut right now at 10 over par. Jung Se-bin on that mark. Defending champion Lee won outside looking in at 11 over par, done for her day. Right to left her for Park Do-young to get back into a share of the top spot with Hwang Yo-min. Oh, that putter has been very costly for Roh Seong-hui today. It's going to be her first par she's made since the 8th hole, but that is a golden opportunity squandered for Roh Seong-hui. Now Min-byul on 14 to try to steady herself and find a first birdie of the day. Should be an inside edge putt for Kim. Second she made contact. Such a yucky feeling. You hit 2 lovely shots and a putt that doesn't even scare the target. Steady par for Ina. Just trying to feather a 7-iron into this back pin on 16. done. Jin Yong still on a slight downslope and a bit of a flatter lie than Ro Seong Hui earlier. 34 left. Not only is this a slight downhill lie, the ball's below her feet, so it's going to come up low and cutting for Lee.
보셔야 돼요. 네, 알겠습니다. 여기도 마찬가지.
Great escape at 17. Well done, Choi Min Kyung. At 15, Hwang Yo-min, championship leader by 1, going with driver. Pulled it onto the left cart path yesterday, got a lucky break. This one hitting down the right, and unfortunately snuggles into the secondary cut.
백삼치 보야 돼. 그죠? 좀 뒤에. 또한 발자국만 뒤에. 예.
And 7 also with driver, the longest of the par 4s and the inward 9. Yesterday for Kim. Park In Kyung. Love that little, just watch that left hip bump forward just to initiate her transition down. Just gets her body a bit of a head start, gives her arms room to just rotate through and swing freely through impact. Maybe a good move. Watch it right there. Yo-min, courtesy of some stunning golf at the brutal Blue Heron, who leads by 1 over the overnight leader, Park Do-young. Nice birdie at the 14th. Can Seong-yeon go back-to-back here on 15? Downhill, moving off the right, keep turning. Ooh, goodness. Great effort. Like I said yesterday, you never disappointed with a par on 15. Back to the 16th by the looks of things. A birdie putt for Choi Ka-bin. Par right now, running in a share of 8th. Stays a fraction high. Part of Seong-yeon just refused to dive left at the cup. Just an outside right edge putt for In Jin-young. Found a pretty thick lie at 17, now playing her third shot. At least the good news is the pin's 22 paces on from the front edge of this green. If she can get it onto the front edge, man, that could be awfully nasty for Junhee. Definitely be better off in the bunker than caught up in that really tangly stuff. Easy to rack up a number if you're not careful around Blue Heron. Back to the par-saving putt for In Jin-young. Okay, safely in for her 4. One of the equation done at this 15th hole for Park Hyun-kyung. Just need to set this out after the stick and let it weasel back towards the right. You do not want to short side yourself into this hole location. Started out an aggressive line. She's played a gem of a golf shot. Well done from Park Hyun-kyung. Just in the first cut, doesn't look to be lying too badly. Read the lie very nicely there. Really clever shot. Kim Min-sun 7. Looks like a ball did roll into the bunker in Junhee, but now playing 4 at this penultimate hole. Setting up left, but that one looked like it came out a little right. A trick of the eye, because that's ended up in a pretty good spot. It won't stay on that lower level of the green. It's another green regulation for your 22-year-old championship leader. 6 hours after they started their day. Do Young is on the 15th tee.
굿샷!
Hit an absolute gem of a tee shot here yesterday and on 18. Sets up well for that power fade if it gets started at that left cart path and just hammer a big high cut down this fairway. Is it cutting enough?
야, 좋은 것까지.
It isn't.
하지 마세요, 하지 마세요. 공이 보인다. 저기 어디 나와? 공이 보여. 보이잖아.
Park Ju-young up on the 16th. She's got 6 iron. It will be a pretty soft one for her. Kim Min-pyo hands forward here. Trying to make sure she just traps this one a bit, but she's double crossed it left, and my goodness, that's a straight quack hook off the tee. That could be a real spot of trouble for Min-pyo. Got to send this one out a good amount to the right. It's a little slope, about 12 feet short of the hole. She wants to kick that ball hard left, but pace is going to be key here. Everything just works downhill from this point. Hard kick there. She's read this beautifully. Great roll there from Wang Yo-min. Back to 17. Like a birdie putt for Jung Se-bin, who's birdieless on her day today. On the cut line, and that is going to make the journey up 18 a little bit easier for Jung. Timely birdie there. Kyung. Not this opportunity for a birdie at 15. Just late in the day, tough to pick out a specific line through these lengthening shadows. Squiggled a fraction low. Bogey at 17. Out of position pretty much the entire way up this par 4, but he drops just the one. Kyung's third to the par 5 18th. She's much still in this championship, even though she's one over par. Much more accessible hole location today up that front portion of this long 18th green. So Kyung will have a putt to go into the weekend at even. It's on 7. On the 15. You would have seen Kim Kyung's putt just keep trickling to the left. So for her to start this right lip. Started right lip, just had too much speed on it. Young just ventures out a little offline at 16. Got himself about 3 feet for par. Cup in, full wedge in for a second to the 17th. Get plenty of spin on that. Pulls it a touch, but good distance control. And in to just clean up for par. Not need to start this one outside edge, just right half of that line is pointing with a good positive stroke. Yes, well done. No ground gained for Park Hyun-kyung with the par on the 15. She'll stay 3 over. Ju Yong safely in for her par at 16. What's happening to Kim Min Sun 7 today is just a testament to how tricky this layout can be. One day you've got all the right answers, a nice solid round of 71, hasn't done too much wrong today, and suddenly finds herself 8 over par for her round and 7 over for the tournament. But Ro Seung Hui on 17T. If she could putt today, she'd be, I have to say, at least 2, maybe 3 under par. So those short ones she will rue. A lot of golf to play. Left this week at Blue Heron. Park Ju Young going with the driver as well. Uphill all the way on this par 4. Tying on it from 136, still coming out of that rough. No spin created, but like Hwang Yo Min, just looking out past that flag. Smart play from Min Byul. Park Min Ji will look to start this one up the right half of the fairway with that little patented draw she likes to hit. Pretty as a picture, that one from Park Min Ji. It looks like some of the thicker rough in the golf course, but you can see the top third of the ball for Yun Ina, so the lie doesn't appear to be as bad as it could be. Let's come out with a little top spin. That is going to be some fun and games for Yun Ina at the back edge of this 15th green. That's how you do it on the 16th. Just carry it past the midpoint. The chase is on good. It just sticks, no harm done. Park Jo Young, very impressed with the way that she's played today. 41st in the money list coming into this championship, but like a grizzled veteran, not shying away from bright lights of the top of the leaderboard by any means, and that's another solid iron shot. bin. Hit on 17 for birdie 3.
Come on. Yes.
Nice birdie for Choi Karbin. Take her back to 2 over par. Couple of birdies in her last 5 holes.
살짝 우측 전체적으로 살짝 우측 보고 치면 좋을 것 같습니다.
Dropping a little, you know. Must have gotten the sweater on.
살짝 오르막에 꽂혀 있어.
오르막에 좋습니다. 살짝 폴스컵 정도.
Break down parts of this load into 3 component parts. The first, second, and thirds. Be riding a little downhill for the first third, and then back uphill for about 15 feet, and it'll just catch that ridge and start to turn left and work down back towards the cup. It's 3 feet from 60 feet, and she'll be laughing. Easy, easy, easy. Ooh, another tester for Ina. Line for Park Ju-young in the left rough of the 17th hole. The first time today has just had to chop that one back out into the fairway. Lee Juni on the 18th hole, par 5 closer at Blue Heron. Up the hill now for her third. I mentioned accessible pin, 13 from the front, 6 from the left. And it just clears the front of the green, but it's going to work off that false front and easy. Okay, stays in the fringe cut. That's okay. Clean looking lie for Seung Hui. This left rough on 17. She's got 7 iron. Right to start and back towards the left once it pressed that hill. These are looking a little wobbly late in the day as well, it has to be said. to the green, trying to get it to turn back. Overcooks it a little, but distance control bang on. Oh, well done. Brilliant birdie for Park Do-young. She has really shown some guts today. It's another birdie that moves her back into a tie with Hwang Yoo-min, and that just starts to create a little separation to third place Yoon Ina, who has this to remain 4 shots back, and this isn't no walk in the park. Looks like it wants to be an outside left edge putt, but again, late in the day with these greens that are spiking up a bit, I would say inside left edge with speed. Didn't look like her most convincing stroke, but she'll pick it out of the bottom for a 4. Third shot for Park Do-young. There's about 25 feet left for par. For a birdie. Tee shot into 16. And that's a nice birdie. Well done, Lee Seung-yeon. Claws her way back inside the top 10. Bill for par. What happens when you don't get it all the way up to the correct plateau. Reaching a point 5 here. It's a scramble just to drop 1 shots on 17 and 18, but she's safely through to weekend action. Despite a bogey in the par 5 closer. Co-leader Hwang Yoo-min has had some time waiting back on 16T, but hit at the penalty area on this hole yesterday. Looks like a much more convincing golf swing. This one, the eye. That's okay. It's not going to release on, but safely on the dance floor. Do-young for par at 17, carrying some speed. That's going to be a bogey 5. Inside 7, should be a 7-9 for her as well. It's a 6, could be down on it. It's just taking a little off. that Park Do-young and Hwang Yoo-min are in, just get the sense that you need to be right around that even par mark. You want to make an impression. You're guaranteed to make an impression over the weekend stages of this championship. Hyun Kyung looks like a 6-iron in her hands. Could even be a 5. Well, there it is, a 5-iron. Such a neutral club face at impact. Simple swing that she has. It's not going to hold the green, but it'll still be fine for Park Hyun Kyung. Roh Seung-hui to get back to even par. Another putt that she would rather forget today. Drop back to 4 over par with a bogey here.
이제 유민이랑
Into the weekend at +6. So you need to watch that. She knows where that's headed, Park Min-ji. So we're just looking to keep this one on that left half of the fairway. Looks like the 15th is. Oh, he does kick from left to right, but it looks like it might just have got the right rough. Young is running well at the Hanwha at the halfway stage before just falling off the pace towards the end at Jade Palace. So creative around the greens. Good imagination, good technique as well. Trent Carpin. Great shot up the hill to the final hole. With 19 meters left, just between a 9 and an 8 iron for Choi. Just going a little deep, and that's going to be a quick putt. 2.5 feet left to right in this 30-footer for birdie. It's the first real sort of poor stroke we've seen out of Yo Min today. Under red and under hit. That's going to be a bit of a nerve jangler. She's left herself apart. Jin Young second into the 17th. Looks like a layup for Lee Seung-yeon from the salad bar to the left of 17 fairway. Heavy looking lie indeed. Sun 7 birdie putt on the way at 16, comes up a little shy, but stress-free kick in for her par 3. Ji Young needs to birdie this hole yesterday to end her round. She could very well do the same again today. Lovely shot there. Tester on Yo Min, staying at 6 under and bogey free. Well done. And the confidence booster there for Huang. But low round of the week, 69 yesterday from Park Do-young. Yo Min, of course, for a 67 right now as Lee Seung-yeon gets set to play her third. Kyung. Looks like Yo Min, but that went on to slide hard right if you're not firm enough with it. So this one's got to be hit with conviction. Rock solid. Good putt there from Yun Kyung. Nice up and down. Some leave from that very heavy lie on the right hand side of 18. Looks like it's just going to be a gap wedge. Didn't get all of it, so I think it's going to have to be a layup as well. But bogeyed this hole yesterday. Could be in trouble of a similar fate today. The final group standing up on that 16th tee. It's going to be the overnight leader first to play, Park Do-young. 5 hole-in-one prize. Anyone driving off with it this week, they certainly would have earned it.
Kick, kick, kick.
Okay, as for that to kick, it's not going to take that first kick to the right, but leaves it in a pretty good spot. It's got 7 iron here. Start this halfway between the flag and the left edge of the green. Just have it fade back towards the target. Just being able to hit that cut with a little less club. Ball comes down a touch softer than Parks. Back at 2 over now. Birdieless on her trek round Blue Heron this Friday. Be wary of your speed here, Cambin. A little bit too firm, and this one's going to get away from you in a hurry. He has not found the fairway with the layup. He's just not like this 18th hole this week, has she? Not too young. She'd love this 18th hole if she can birdie it for a second day in a row. Just a little firm for that line.
부어분 중에 핸드폰 떨어뜨신 거 일단 챙겨놨다.
That excitement, I don't believe we saw Hwang Yo-min hit her tee shot on 17, but there it is, safely in the fairway, and we've seen what damage she can do with her irons when given a clean lie and a nice full yardage. I believe the course record here is a 64. Set 9 years ago. I think Kim was just inquiring once again if that ball is embedded.
하나도 안
Earlier, if it's broken ground, if there's mud on the back of it, you would say that, yeah, the ball is indeed plugged, but for the second time today, it's been denied relief. I didn't even find it. I mean, she was only 6 feet away from it. That's how heavy that lie is.
유민아 볼봐.
좀 반대가 야갈게. 팍 집어놔. 쳐.
시작부터 시작하고, 그렇지. 많이 안 나가요. 어째 편하고 있어, 편하고.
It's one of those times you wonder, does a golf course need to be set up to this extreme? We have this debate in the men's game at the US Open every year. And yes, there is a time and place for it, but sometimes you just cross that line, setup-wise. It's heartening for your weekend golfers to watch the professionals struggle, but perhaps not to this extreme. As we go back to the 16th, and this birdie putt. Excuse me, that was Kim Min Bill. Hunt for a red number, and her card goes on. One needs to keep going. Don't think that looks like a 6-iron. Not too young. Can promise you that'll be a putt for par. Now, up to the last, and Park Minji's third. Yep, just crept into the first cut of rough, but she knows all too well the importance of making sure she gets this one to pitch pin high. Just clears the front edge. Is that going to hold up? I don't know. I don't know. No, that could very well roll off the front. No, it's stopped, and she's certainly glad it has. Now, come on, Ina. Give us a firework or two, perhaps, over the closing couple of holes. Certainly gave that one a run. Probably wishes she didn't now, because it's a bit of an uncomfortable length putt coming back for par. His fourth shot, and looks like it's a bit of a matted down lie coming uphill, waters short of the green. This is not a fun way to end her day. Came out a little slow. Okay. Clears the front edge and that ridge, although seems to be dropping at least a shot on this home hole for a second day in a row. Hyun Kyung's third after hacking it out of the thick rough on 17. Give herself a chance to save par. Good shot. Just a wedge from 105. Just stops a little quick, but a very good solid shot again from Hwang. Slow putt for birdie now. 74 Park. Back to Minbill. But keeper 2 over. Oh, agony there. Kim Minbill. It's just falling much further off the pace. +3 now. It's the rookie of the year from 2023. Roh Seung-hui. It's unlikely. Saving putts coming up on 18. He's absolutely gunned it now. An awkward slider left for bogey. Tester for par. What's that? The 2-2. Actually, I was wondering if that was the horn to call off play for the day. Was it a car horn? I'm not quite sure. Of course, if players call now due to darkness, looks a lot brighter than it is on the golf course at the moment. The lens of the cameras. If it's called to darkness, she's entitled to putt out here and complete the hole that she is on. It's a dangerous situation such as lightning. You have to evacuate the golf course immediately. Bit of mental resilience there from Yun Ina. After backing off, being able to summon the resilience to hold that putt for her par. Back to Do Young for her 3. Right, here we go. Hit on 17. 6th birdie of the day. Oh, just ran out of steam. Good effort though from the youngster. Park Ju-young. Final stroke in her second round is for bogey. It's going to be a double bogey 7 on the closing hole for last year's Daibo Housty Open champion. Ju-young, a bit of a clumsy finish there. Up in 5 shots in her last 6 holes. Kim Kyung. Chance to save par at 17. It's a hard-working fall for a hard-working lady. Kim Kyung safely in. Now Minji for par. 74. Oh dear. Bogeyed her first hole, and she's bogeyed her last. That's a 75 today for Park Min-ji. Finds herself back at 3 over par. Still running inside the top 10 though, but dropping 9 shots behind your co-leaders, one of whom has just stepped up to the 17th tee. There isn't too much daylight left out the golf course. You can see it there. Sun's getting awfully low. It's not a golf course that you can play with your eyes closed, literally and figuratively. It's just danger lurking on every corner. Reaching for a new glove, perhaps, there, Park Jae-young. It's got the rain glove out. That's interesting. A little moisture on the grip of the club that she just can't shake. Glove technology just gives you that little extra bit of tackiness. Has been a marathon day for these ladies. Coming on 7 hours since they began the second rounds. That the tooting of the horn isn't going to help. Is that the horn for darkness? And players have the option to finish the hole that they're on. I'm actually surprised that Park Do-young's electing to keep going here on 17. You're not going to get your round finished. You better to come back and tackle this challenge with a good night's sleep, or... What a strange day indeed here at Blue Heron. And even if they got completed on the 17th, they're going to have to come back tomorrow morning anyway to finish up the 18th hole where we find Ro Seong Hui. Oh my goodness. And that's not in for a double yet for Ro. Shape of this hole sets up well for her little fade. Just started at the left-hand traps. Just peel that power cut off the left-hand side of this fairway. There's a bit of poor contact there from Yun Ina. Burrows into that thick rough. Also waiting for a double bogey 7. All right, finally sees the end of this round with a 7 on the last, but it's a disappointing 75. Ro Seong Hui seeking the second major title of the year. Kim and Bill decided to call it a day. Don't believe she's hit her tee shot. And again, she's well within her rights to do that. But I agree with this course of action from Min Bill. Really no point in rushing or continuing on, especially when you can't finish your round. Coming back tomorrow morning anyway. She's doing the right thing here, Kim Min Bill. Choi Eun-woo, third to the 18th. That'll do wonders for her. Good shot. Has to call herself up to 4 over par. You can see just that picture quality. Inform you, the viewer at home, that it is very dark out there at Blue Heron right now. The iris, the lens of the camera opened up fully just to take in as much light as possible. I promise you it does not look that bright right now on the golf course. So, Ina, Park Do-young and Bill will have to come back tomorrow to complete their second round. Hwang Yo-min, a clubhouse in sight. I think she's going to try and finish up here. Uh-oh. That's right, you don't want to miss it, right? And oh no, Hwang Yo-min, that's not the time for a shot like that, and she knows it. Just a poor swing. And again, you've been out on the golf course for 7 hours at this point, which again, I don't care where you play, I don't care who you are, that is just an inexcusable length of time to be stuck out on the golf course. Mind you, they come here, you know, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours earlier, warm up, go through your processes. It's a long day. It's too long, in fact. Wasn't the best decision, if I'm going to be completely honest. A split tee start in a single session with your first group going out at 8 o'clock in the morning, this final group going off at 11:17. Of course there was going to be a big logjam round the turn, and these ladies have had to wait in pretty much every single hole today. Errors can creep into your game, really test your mental fortitude. Park Do-young playing a second now into the 17th.
Go. 머리만.
Seung-yeon to left her for birdie on the last. This would just claw her up into a share of 6th. She's going to come back from all the way out there. Oh, it's going to try. Oh, just a little shy with the pace. She's strong. Can she even get it to the front edge of the green? In this rough, we saw Park Ju-young and Park Hyun-kyung have to lay it up out of this thick stuff. Oh, there's your answer. Back through the back of the green goes Ina. Lovely approach shot into this last hole from Choi Yeon-woo. This for birdie. Nice way to end for Choi Yeon-woo with a birdie on the last. Despite a horrible front line of 42, she battles back bravely with a bogey-free inward half of 35, and got a feel for Hwang Yo-min. He's playing such spectacular golf all day long. Just a worst swing of the day at the worst possible time. Dropping and playing 4 now.
앞에서 이거 빨리 맞춰. 왜 사인을 안 줬어요? 버스에 사인 좀 걸리지.
Now Park Do-young's marking it. She's had enough. She's calling it a day. Why risk it? Why not do this back on the tee like Kim Min-byul did? He said for you, either just airmailed it through the back of the green. Wang Yo-min, yes, a poor shot, a bit unlucky.
네, 알겠습니다.
Fair going into 18. She can see the clubhouse and she is entitled to complete this 18th hole. It boggles the mind, but again, should players really be put in this situation? Having to endure a 7-hour round of golf with no delays whatsoever? Let me be the judge on that one. There's still a chance to save a par here. It's going to take a very solid shot and a well-holed putt. It would just be such a shame to see a round like this come to an end in such a disappointing fashion. Yo-min. What makes the fading light even more of a factor is it's going to mess with your depth perception, and you're going to need that when you are playing out of this thick rough, especially with as much trouble as there is around this 18th green. So fourth shot for Yo-min. Oh my goodness. It sounded like it came out a little soft. I definitely saw it bounce. I saw it pitch. Did it roll back in the penalty area? I don't think it's gone in the water, but be in a pretty gnarly line. She's got double bogey into the picture now on Yo-min.
이 사람들은 다 대단한 사람들이. 진짜 아니에요. 저희 너무 진짜.
So that ball is safe for Hwang Yo-min. Really, if you've struggled this much already, just finish up the 18th hole. Buy yourself that extra couple of hours of sleep tomorrow. She's certainly going to be in the final group. As Kim Min-sun 7 would be glad to see the end of this marathon day. Fourth shot now for Kim.
아니 내일 지나자고요?
Just how dark it is, that giant scoreboard by the side of the 18th green is providing most of the illumination here for these players. There's hardly any light left. Come up this closing hole. And Women's fifth shot. Chance to save bogey on 7. Fifth shot now to this 18th. If she could see the line here, I'd be impressed. I mean, she will know that this moves from right to left. Going for her par. Well done, Park Hyun-kyung. Really nice way to end the day there. Birdies today for Park Hyun-kyung, but she'll go into the weekend at 3 over. She's been in the penultimate group, being able to finish up here. Herself a couple more hours of sleep for getting her third round underway, having to wait for our championship leaders, or the final group, I should say. Completely 17th and 18th holes tomorrow morning. They'll be back bright and early before the cut can be made, a redraw can be done, and it's being sent off again for the third round of this championship. I wonder how dark it is. There, that's what the players are seeing right now. There's hardly any light left out the golf course. In for a bogey 6 in a round of 68. Okay, very well done for Hwang Yo-min. She'll be disappointed with the way that that round ended, but she'll be delighted with her position going into the weekend, chasing her first major title, the 22-year-old. And so much promise as an amateur. 5th in the official amateur golf rankings. Back in 2021, 4th in fact, on the KLPGA standings before turning pro. '71 yesterday. Kim Min-sun discarded an 81. What a difference a day makes. Well, it was a marathon Friday that produced plenty of brilliant moments, and most of them came from this young lady, Hwang Yo-min. Second shot into the third. Birdies were hard to come by, are hard to come by. They were easy for Hwang Yo-min in the second round. On the 4th hole, the overnight leader, Park Do-young, showed that she wasn't any slouch when it came to picking up red numbers. Made 7 birdies yesterday in a round of 69. Found the first of Friday. They're at the 4th. At the 6th, Hwang Yo-min, well, she would find a 3. 2 on the par for her round and within 1. And then at the 8th, this birdie, set up by a lovely wedge, to draw her level with Park Do-young. favourites, dropped a shot at 8, but quickly bounced back in impressive fashion with a lovely wedge shot and a lovely putt there at the par 4, going out an even par. Park Do-young, 1 under to the turn. And then at the easier holes here at Blue Heron on the inward side. Distance control with a wedge and nicely converted for a birdie 4 to move her 1 clear of Hwang Yo-min again. And Yoon Ina, just as we came on air, would find some lovely touch here. Slippery putt. Everyone was missing this low on 11, but not Ina. That got her within 2 of the lead. And there was a little 2-shot swing at the par 4 12. First, Hwang Yo-min from the front edge of the green. This was a birdie putt that took her level with Park Do-young. Park would bogey 12, but birdie 13. Yo-min ahead on 14. It's all over the flagstick with this one. The 5th and final birdie of her day. And actually took her 1 clear at that point in the round. That bogey from Park Do-young. She was in the middle of the fairway, just played a very poor second. Fair didn't hit a terrible chip, but for once the putter couldn't save her. I wonder how a player who's never won on the KLPGA Tour would respond to a bogey like that and surrendering the lead. Well, she responded in great fashion. A classy clutch birdie, finding the bottom of the cup on 13, moving her back into a share with Yo-min. Yoon Ina, on the other hand, dropped a second shot of her day, back down to where she began Friday at 2 under. At 15, Park Do-young, what can you say about her? Absolutely relentless. This birdie moved her back into a tie for the lead with Hwang Yo-min, who was coming up the 18th hole in near darkness. What a time for your worst swing of the day into the penalty area. Just after the hooter went to play with the suspended due to darkness, I mean, there wasn't much light. She stepped up over this 4 shot, and to be fair, got pretty lucky that this one didn't come up short in the creek. Pitched up to here. No light whatsoever. Find a way to pin that one for a bogey. Still, a low round of the week, a 68 for Hwang Yo-min. Do-young will come back tomorrow to complete her second round, and then we'll hope to see you for day 3 action at the HITE JINRO, where we will crown the final major champion of the year come Sunday afternoon. Looking forward to your company over the weekend. Until then, this is Timothy Lowe saying bye-bye for now.